Well, good morning and welcome back to Balfour Farm. It's actually late morning. So we just got done milking the cows and I have a project today that I've been meaning to get done for quite a while, but the weather hasn't cooperated. So it's finally warm enough that we can get in. I want to pull all the rubber mats out from where the cow beds are, and we're gonna pressure wash the entire milking barn down, get it cleaned up and organized. And there's a few repairs that need to be done too. It is sunny and 50 degrees, and it's a perfect day to clean the barn, and it desperately needs it. So as the winter's gone on, I've actually, maybe you can't even see it, I have a list of projects that I needed to, things that I've wanted to fix here in the barn. I notice them while I'm milking. Usually don't get to it, so I write it down so I don't forget. But we're gonna, there's some pieces of metal that have been missing on the walls. I want to clean the whole barn up, and we're pulling the cow mats out that are in the cow bedding, and or that the cows stand on. I'll show you why. So the mats here are in pretty rough shape. They've kind of all bubbled up, and they're really worn out. And my main concern is that milk gets underneath there and it gets dirty. And we can't really keep this clean as I'd like to see it. So we're gonna pull all these out of here today, and at some point in the future we'll put new mats in, but not today. So these mats are actually held in by, there's two concrete anchors, one in each corner of here. And, not sure which, it's hard to tell which one it is. They're awfully rusty. These have been in here now for, I think 8 years or so, maybe nine years, I guess. I'm surprised that's gonna come off. I brought the grinder thinking I might have to cut these. I still might actually. That's just spinning. Spoke too soon. All right, it's pretty much what I expected. I didn't think they'd actually come out of there. They're all rusted in. Tried cutting the rubber mat with a chisel. I don't know if this will work. Might work. All right, well, there's the first one out. I only have 11 more to go now, but I think I found the quickest way. So I just took a wood chisel and cut the rubber mat. I don't plan on keeping these or reusing them. So I just cut around where the bolt is and then pulled it up. Now I'll be able to go back with a grinder and cut the bolts out of there. But as you can see, maybe you can't see, but that's all wet right there in the middle, so the mat was actually leaking through. So, one more reason to get them out of there. All right, we finally get to the last one. It certainly took longer than I thought it would, but they're all out now. Or almost all out. All right, well, we are back out here this morning, and as you can see, the barn is clean. I finished it last night. We started it yesterday. It was, around noontime or so, and I had to take a break and run up to get a load of pork from the butcher. But I finished it last night about 9 o'clock, so there was no way I was gonna video it. So I came back from the butcher and just got the rest done, and yeah, looks good. I'll show you. So as you can see, yesterday we pressure washed everything down. We got all the mats pulled out, which I plan on leaving out for now. We'll replace those with new ones at some point in the future. But as you can see there's a lot of paint missing off the wall. We will hit that with a fresh coat of whitewash at some point in the future, but we'll have to wait for things to warm up for that. So the tricky part of this whole thing is the cows, they're gonna come in this morning, and they don't like change, so it's gonna look different to them. So it might be a little bit of a hassle bringing the cows in. Every time we change anything, whether it's when we put the mats in for about a week, they didn't like coming in, and they just don't like anything that looks different. So hopefully today they will behave themselves, but we'll find out. I am going to video it. Hopefully it goes okay. All right, well, we're back out here this afternoon. As you saw, the cows came in good. We only brought 2 in at a time because I was worried they would just go everywhere. So right now I'm digging through my scrap metal pile. We keep all the scraps of metal roofing and the white metal, and these are all cut-offs that were no good for one purpose, but they'll be good for what we're doing here. I'm trying to patch up a couple spots in the barn that or not patch it. It just never got metal. I don't know if I ran out or what the case was, but we're gonna try and finally finish it. The barn's only been built for 9 years now, so it's time to finish it. Anyway, I'll pick these up and head for the barn. So we get everything all pressure washed down yesterday. The cows didn't make too big of a mess this morning, and they didn't mind coming in too. It wasn't too bad. I got some of the metal finished up on the wall there. There's a little bit way up in the corner there that I still have to do, but yeah, it's 99% done. So I'll call that done. Even washed the windows. So Yeah, it's really clean now. All right, well, it's the end of the day now, and we have got quite a bit done today, so I'm pretty happy about that. It's all cleaned up. I managed to get most of the metal put back or put on the barn where it was missing bits and pieces here and there. And I quickly realized why I never did it, because they were time-consuming pieces, but took more time than I expected it would. But it's done. So the cows are in for the night, and they actually spent the day in the barn today. So it is awfully muddy out on the field where they would normally be. So we fed them and watered them here in the barn, and they seem to be really happy. They all have a nice dry spot to lay down. So they're all done for the night. I shut the lights off in the water tank, and I am gonna head for the house. All right, well, that's gonna do it for this video. It probably wasn't the most interesting video ever, just pressure washing the barn and cleaning things up, but it had to be done. And this time of year is kind of between things that we need to do. So the fields are still too wet to spread manure, and it's too wet to get out and put fence up. And those would be the next two jobs that we really need to get done. And probably the next thing we'll do if it stays wet like this is we'll start getting the haying equipment out and cleaning it up, greasing things up and getting it ready. We've got quite a while to go before we need it, but we can do it when it's rainy and muddy, I guess. So anyway, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more of what we're doing here on the farm, and we will see you next time. What do you think, buddy?